A very pleasant and a good morning to each and every one of you, and welcome to Bangalore. For such of those people who have come from far and wide, I was told by the Dean that people have come from 10 different states. So on behalf of the government of Karnataka and the police department, I welcome all of you here and wish you a safe, fruitful and nice stay in Bangalore. The Managing Director of ISBR and young entrepreneur, a socially conscious entrepreneur, Manish Kotahari, the Dean of this institution, and my good friend, Dr. C. Manohar, and I had the privilege of just meeting a nation builder, Dr. Chandrasekhar, Dr. Ullas Kamath, Shri Ullas Kamath, Dr. Manasa, the director, and Ramya, who is the proud mascot of the ISBR today, who is being showcased by Dr. Manish in front of all of you as an achievement of this institution. My dear young friends who have come from different parts of the country to have made a conscious decision of joining ISBR, their parents, friends and relatives, teachers and other faculty members, non-teaching staff and other star invitees of the institution who are here present today. Thank you very much. I feel so nice coming here into this campus because I have always had the love of coming here to this place in wearing different hat. With the first time I came here, I was Superintendent of Police, Bangalore Rural District, and those days used to be early 2000, 2001, when Infosys and Wipro used to compete in bringing VVIPs from across the globe, and I used to have a tough time to carry out a very huge bandobast during those times because we never had this flyover and we had to block the whole traffic to bring these VVIPs. Apart from the President of the United States, each and every conceivable VIP came to Infosys or Wipro. The German Chancellor was here, the British Prime Minister was here, and the Chinese Premier came here twice, and Kazakhstan Prime Minister. Means you name any head of state, everybody would come either to Infosys or to Wipro, and that was a very pleasant interaction coming into Infosys, meeting and seeing young minds and young people. And from then on, I had the opportunity of being heading Karnataka State Electronics Development Corporation, the corporate arm of the state. So that was one role in which I used to come here frequently. And then later as a director of KSRTC, supplying Volvo buses, because when we went to government, when we were posted, when I was posted in KSRTC, the government said that we want to close down this organization. Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation needs to be closed down because it has become an indisciplined organization. It has become a huge organization and it should be closed down. So I had a very brilliant managing director by name M.R. Srinivas Murthy, who retired as additional chief secretary, and I was his director of operations. And together we put together a company that was having a 300 crore loss with disgruntled employees and mid-manager and senior manager being beaten up, burnt acid thrown on them, commuters being beaten up, buses not being operated. Finally, what you see today is that because of the efforts of Mr. Srinivas Murthy, under whose leadership we all worked, and the Chief Minister and the Transport Minister of the day, today KSRTC is proud to have over 1,000 Volvo buses and has shown cash profits and has shown so much of innovation in governance in a public domain. We used to go country to country or state to say how things are run. Now people started coming to KSRTC to see how KSRTC is being run. So it is only a question of time, and the biggest wealth of any company, biggest wealth of any enterprise is not its buildings, is not its assets, but the people who are there. And how do people are there? People are there because of the leadership which is running the institution. So if the leadership is in good condition, the people who are there are a happy lot, they're able to contribute well, and it is only then that assets and things start improving. Anyhow, this was just a digression. Without taking much of my time, I'll just share a few thoughts with you, as other guests are also here to share their experience with you. You have made a conscious decision to be a manager and to be a leader and to lead this corporate economy, or to be a part of corporate governance, or to be a part of the manager, or to be a part of an organization that is going to take important decision. So what is it that is special about you? You are those who are now entering or who will be entering the employment domain from the year, we are in 2013. So by 2015, you are ready, you are equipped, and you will be entering. And by the middle of the century, you will be around to see that the whole corporate industry is run by your choice. So what is it that is different between you and what is it that is different with us? We also began slightly like you, but midway, because of a lot of extraneous factors, we became dented. So I'd broadly feel that those of you who have come here have a lot of ambition inside you, that you have come here to make a mark, to show something that you are absolutely different, and then to show that you are going to be very exercise an independent mind, and you're going to do things very differently, and you're going to learn certain things which are not been done anywhere till now, or in some to be absolutely innovative. That is where you make a mark. Otherwise, you are just a part of any institution. You are a nut and bolt. Whether you are there or whether you're not there, it doesn't make any difference. So when you have taken a decision to do MBA, Master of Business Administration, so you're going to be masters, experts of business and of the administration also. So it is a very important course on which you have all embarked together, and the institution, as we have got to know, has a very glorious past in having trained number of people who are occupying positions of responsibility, honor, and respect. Friends, I just wanted to share a few things, is that whenever we want to embark on certain thing, it is not the hard skill, it is not the amount of books you have read, amount of information you have gathered, or amount of project work you have done carried. That passion and that fire inside you, that I must do something different, that I have to do something different, is what is going to carry you forward. Imagine 2 years later, today you are in 2013, 2015 we have gone, and you are ready to be interviewed, ready to be taken in, ready to be offered a job package, etc. You have entered your company or entered the place where you are going to be employed. Whom do you want to be loved by? Do you want to be loved by the management? Do you want to be loved by your peers? Do you want to be loved by your team members? Do you want to be loved by the society whom you are serving? Or do you want to be loved by the consumers whom you are? That is one question you will be embarking on from your study, that what is my priority going to be? Whom I am working for? Whom I am working for and whom I am responsible for? Sometimes you'll be working for one person, sometimes you'll be working for multiple persons. You have to please your management, you have to please your boss, you have to please your peers, you have to please your team members, you have to please your consumer, you have to please the society, and you have to please a whole lot of people. So you are being pulled in different directions. Who has to be pleased more? Where your attention is going to be? This is what you'll be learning now, that where exactly your values are going to be. Your value system and your academic input is going to tell you how you are going to set your priorities. Whom are you going to be important for? Sometimes you are going to be important for the management, sometimes you are going to be important for the consumer, sometimes you are going to be important for your peer, sometimes you are going to be important for yourself and for nobody else. So it is, how is it that you are going to take that decision? That is what you learn in business administration. All of you have come from different family backgrounds. A lot of you have things, a lot of you have seen a lot of happy things in your family. A lot of you have seen sad things in your family. All those add to your decision-making apparatus. Finally, when you say that I am going to be an MBA, this means you are going to be a master. You are not going to be a subordinate. Master of Business Administration. This means something, there is an administration in every business enterprise, and you are going to be a master. You are going to run the whole show. When you are going to run the whole show, what is it that you need the most? What you need most is information, knowledge, and how you are going to give that decision, how you are going to apply that decision at the moment it is required for. So what is it that you need to know for this? You all come with a fresh mind. This I keep telling to my own colleagues, whether it is police department, whether it is IAS officers, whether it is central services officers, the same thing applies to is that read, and know more amount of things which are not there in your textbooks. Textbook knowledge, anyhow, you are going to do it, you are bound to get to know it. You have to read and come across things which are not a part of your textbook. Finding out why the submarine sank in Mumbai is not a part of your MBA study. You must know why the submarine sank. Finding out what is going on in Cairo, why so many people have died, what is the international reaction, is not a part of MBA course, but you need to know that. Finding out what is the problem in Bangalore's traffic, finding out the problem of urban problems in this country may not be a part of your MBA course, but you need to know that. Everybody now knows that if they don't know something, they just have to simply get into Google. You have to find out. You should be having access to things which are not there on the Google. That is your real mastery. That is when you say that, okay, now I am the master of MBA. Otherwise, anybody can pay money to any institution and acquire a degree. Real mastery comes when you are absolutely different. You know more than the management. When you know more than the management and are in a position to offer your advice or offer your decision or offer your solution, that is where you are liked and admired by your management. That is where they want you and you're indispensable. Otherwise, you will see that 3-4 days back, all of you must have read in the papers that Cisco wants to download 5,000 people. Do you want to be a part of those 5,000 people who are going to be offloaded? Are you working for the company, or is the company working for you? The company or the establishment should feel that you are important. Otherwise, if you are any kind of a chef in the company, what is the use of all this education? This education today is only going to strengthen you or going to make you focused. But what is more important is that within whatever is being offered to you, you have to see what is it that they have missed out and extract that and make that a part of your apparatus which you're going to see in the future. Because when you are in a position to offer advice, you are going to be masters of business administration. The places where you're going to be working are going to rely on your decision making. They are going to rely on your judgment. They are going to rely on the solutions you are going to offer them. They are going to rely on the leadership they are going to give them. Here also, you have to see and to also see that how soon a mistake is discovered. If Sindhu or Sania Nehwal makes a mistake, you can make out in half a second. If Manmohan Singh makes a mistake, you need 15 years to know that he's made a mistake. That is the time it takes. So your decision, how fast it is going to benefit the enterprise, how fast it is going to damage the enterprise, how much of damage is going to take place, and how much of well-being it is going to contribute. So decision making and how decision making comes. Decision making comes only when you are able to study different case studies. I was telling Dr. Manohar and Dr. Manish Kotari that whenever we study management, we study institutes of only excellence. We all call people who have done excellent in life. We all want to know how he has reached the top. At times we also need to make a case study of people and institutions, how they have reached the bottom also. Certain times you have to see how not to do things also. That is also very, very important. How people have failed, why institutions have failed, how mistakes have occurred, how carelessness, overconfidence and arrogance have led people to make mistakes. That is also a very important thing which you will be learning in the next 2 years. And here, anybody or any book can give you the information. But what I urge upon all of you is that you should be able to extract case studies of how things have worked and how things have not worked, how individuals have been important in adding value to places. Otherwise, there are so many people in a company. Why is it that you are important there? What is it that you can give there? Why is it that if an airplane is going to crash, you should be the last person to be on board and others should be offloaded? When it is going to be offloaded, when people are going to be removed, are you the first going to be removed, or will you be there up till the end to ensure that you are going to do something to salvage this? These are the things that I wanted to tell you, and I am sure this new generation has already come with a lot of imagination, lot of enthusiasm, lot of passion in you, and lot of fire in your belly. Moment the fire in the belly is lost, all battle is lost, because you retire prematurely. I have seen people retiring at the age of 33, 34. When they come into the comfort zone, they think that they have become indispensable. You are not in government, that you are indispensable always. Only in government people get extensions, people are worthless people or people with less caliber are allowed to carry on, because government is a compliance-oriented organization, not a result-oriented organization. You are in result-oriented organization because at every given point of time, you are being audited. In government, it is not like that. Government is more compliance-oriented, that if you have obeyed all the rules, if you have followed all the procedures, that is fine. We are not bothered about the result. But things are changing there also. But what I want to tell you is that when you embark on your career, the important decisions, the important actions, the important plans, the important perspectives, and your judgment will be relied upon so much by people and so much by your shareholders, and you will be continuously be watched by your own peers. Your peers will learn from you, even your management will also learn from you, of course your juniors will learn from you, and of course, I don't know how much exposure the media gives to individuals within the management. You are at the exposure of the media also. But within all this stress and strains, I also want to warn you about one particular aspect, that is you yourself. You will fail a number of times. You will fail. Don't think that you're going to be successful always. Whenever you fail, when you go down to the bottom, the only direction you're going to go is upwards. So that is a journey you have to take there also. You cannot expect always to be floating at the top and be somewhere here, jump from here to jump from there. You have to go down also. Even going down also is going to teach you a lot of things, and valuable lessons will be taught when you go down. It is in those times you know who is with you and who is not with you. Friends, management, peers, colleagues, organizations, institutions, who are with you and who trust you. Even a lion also becomes old, a lion also gets injured, but a lion always remains a lion. So at that point of time, your individual qualities are intact. Your decision making may have gone wrong somewhere. You may have taken a hasty decision, or you may have been at the top for quite some time and you may have become very patronizing, or you may have become very complacent, and you must have thought that there is no one is better than me, and so whatever I do is law, or whatever I do is good, and it may have brought you down. But when you go down, it is a time for introspection. You learn so many things. You learn a lot of good values, and what finally keeps you intact is that your personal value system. I can assure you, how much ever tamjam is going to take you, or glitz and glamour, glitz, glamour, tamjam, lies, bluffing has got speed. It will take you very fast. It can take you very fast. But truth, determination, honesty, integrity has got stamina. It will last lifelong. And finally, that is what is going to be respected in the long run. I am sure all of you, having come from different backgrounds and exposed to the corporate world, have seen the power of advertisement. After all, what is finally advertisement? Advertisement is only creating an image in your mind, what I am. Today, whether it is Surf Excel or Henko or Rin or a Rolex watch or a BMW or a Toyota, when I say Toyota, there are 3-4 qualities that come inside your mind. Similarly, in corporate world, in the first 15 years, your hard work should be such that if your name is taken in some place, a brand is created. Each of you have to create a brand like Surf or Rin or Henko or BMW. This man or this girl is trustworthy, she is intelligent, she can be relied upon, she is knowledgeable, she is hardworking, she can put her best forward, and she is going to be an asset. So if that is the brand, personal brand, if you create on your own, is what is going to carry you forward, and your value system is going to last you for a lifetime. Apart from all these professional achievements and your race and your competition, etc., don't forget that you are somebody's son, that you are going to be somebody's father, you are going to be somebody's mother, you are going to be somebody's daughter, and you are going to be somebody's friend. That role also you have to discharge. While discharging these roles, you have to always show that you are compassionate and you are as humble as you have always been when you came as a friend. Not show your arrogance that you have achieved all this while, or you have no time for this. After all, if anything happens to you, if you are the chief marketing officer, or you are the chief of the company, if something happens to you, the company will find one more person within a week. But will your wife find another husband, or will your son find another husband, or your father will find another son for that? So taking care of your health is also most important, and taking care of your personal fitness is also very important, because it is finally at the end of the day, that is what is going to charge you, that is what is going to charge your batteries and keep you in good condition for all times to come. Simply working out and continuously working for a company, the management will be happy. So all that you develop after some 10-15 years is a huge big beer belly, attending all parties and eating non-vegetarian food, and our hair will fall with a bald receding headline, and then you will not be able to walk 5 steps. You need a lift. Somebody has to carry your briefcase, and then somebody has to push you inside your car, or has to hold your hand to cross the road. So if you don't have care for your personal fitness, so that is also a very, very important aspect of young managers, because that is what you finally show to your subordinates. When you are a CEO, how would you like your boss to look? A huge bald fellow with a big stomach, and ambling around. You would like your boss to be a smart, like Manish, young. So challenges are plenty, needs to be handled. I will not take much of a time. I'll only conclude by saying so that I don't know, I may have unwittingly created a lot of stress inside your mind by all these things. But what I want to finally conclude is that as a police officer, I have seen that in India, 370 people commit suicide each and every day. And so you can imagine, 3,700 people commit suicide every day in India. And more than anything, you are precious. As I already told you, you belong to a lot of people. You don't belong only to your problems. People who commit suicide think they belong to their problems. You belong to several people, several individuals. A lot of them want to see you. Everybody doesn't want to see you as a top-ranking successful manager. People want to see you as daughters, sons, friends, husbands, and father also. So remember, your own life is extremely precious. So in the midst of all these, never ever feel that your life is wasteful. I have gone into a depression. I'm not able to do well. For every failure or for every problem, there is a solution, and time ahead. Step back, time will take care of it, and we'll get a good solution for that. So with these words, I know you're embarking on a 2-year course to study, to enjoy, and to have a good time, and to have put in a lot of hard work, because I know your parents have invested a lot of their personal resources in you, so that you are here, and they're going to be trusting you, and that you have come here. You have to live up to their expectations also, and live up to your own expectations. So with these words, God bless one and all of you. Thank you very much.